Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to a new Jump Force video, and today for you I got best Sabo combo. This is the Sabo guide, and guys, I have a lot of trouble picking these characters because I know I get a lot of requests, and I am trying to start with like the less played characters, and I'll definitely get to some fan favorites probably after this one. Actually, I'm ready to go into some of the better characters, but Sabo, after playing around with him, I haven't found too many great things about him, but he's still fun. He's actually a good character. I don't know why no one plays him. I think just because Dragonclaw gets a lot of hate, and so people just try to avoid Sabo. So guys, without further ado, let's get right into it. So with Sabo's first ability, the Flame Fist, it actually connects with all of the lights, all of the heavies, and the first down tilt. Now the first down tilt is a little tricky. You do have to time it a bit. So while you're holding Flame Fist, hold it for just a little longer than you would just letting it go, and it'll connect. Connects with the second down tilt, the third down tilt, none of the up tilts. If you're going to do a charged down tilt, you do need to jump and then hit him with a heavy, then use the ability. And if you're going to connect it with a charged up tilt, you just need to time it properly. Now for Sabo's second ability, Dragonclaw, the ability that everyone hates on a CAC, it actually connects with all of these lights except for the sixth one. Now it can connect with the sixth one, and you'll see it here in a sec. If it's near a wall, however, if you're gonna do the sixth light, I don't recommend trying to do that. You have way better options if you're gonna do that. So all those lights, the first and second heavy, the first and second down tilt, a charged down tilt as long as you jump and heavy them, and then it can land. And if you want to do a charged up tilt, again, you need to time it properly. If you do it too early, you will miss. Alright guys, Sabo's third ability, Dragon's Breath, actually connects with the third light, fourth light, and fifth light, the second heavy, and a charged up tilt as long as you time it properly and walk up closer to them. Now technically this is the hardest ability to land just because, it doesn't connect with that many of his string combos. So. Alright guys, now for Sabo's ultimate Flame Dragon King, it actually connects with all of his lights, all of his heavies. Now, there is a little thing about the down tilt. If you charge the down tilt even just a little, it will connect. However, if you just press down tilt, it will not connect. So I'm going to say it does not connect with just the first down tilt. However, the second down tilt, it does connect. A charged down tilt, you do need to jump and hit heavy and ult, and it will connect. And charged up tilt, again, just time it when he's dropping down, it does connect. Alright guys, basic things about Sabo's Flame Fist, his first ability. You can charge this, however, it does not increase the distance and it does not increase the damage. It's just more for, if you're trying to fake him out and they sidestep, you can catch him on the sidestep. It is pretty fast. I wish they would make it go further, however, there's no distance change. So, just a really basic thing, just kind of stalling out your opponent when they sidestep, hit him. Alright guys, basic things about Sabo's Dragonclaw. Now there's not too much. All there really is to say is that it's an unbelievably safe move. It doesn't feel safe, but the distance it puts you at is really hard for anyone to really punish. Renji's, Zabimaru's a good example. It's got some range, so that's one of the abilities. I'm sure there are others, but a lot of other abilities just can't get it out fast enough before Sabo can guard. And if he really needs to, if he's worried, he can just call an assist and he's even more safe and he can charge up for another Dragonclaw. Also, I did forget to mention Flame Fist is 1 bar as well as Dragonclaw. And if you didn't know, I think most of you should know, Dragonclaw can hit 2 people. So if someone did call an assist, you can Dragonclaw and most likely it will hit both people. Does a lot of good damage, and especially if you have an assist like Kaguya or something that can catch both people, you'll get them both in there and you can, do another Dragonclaw if you really wanted to. Alright, basic things about Dragon's Breath. Now, this is probably his best ability. Well, Dragon Claw is debatably the best ability. However, Dragon's Breath, you can connect Flame Fist and Dragon Claw after it, which makes it pretty much the best ability. It's the only thing in Sabo's kit that's actually makes them worthy of playing, and you can connect Ultimate after this. You do have to delay. If I'm spamming it, I will jump and I'll ult. I think it should still hit. Yeah, it still hits. But if you're feeling unsafe, just wait a second and then ult, so you won't jump and you won't panic and or anything like that. Not much to say. Again, this can connect. This can capture 2 people. Pretty sure you are unsafe after this ability. I'm gonna be 99% sure about that. Yeah, very unsafe. So no, you're definitely unsafe after this ability. Let's say you only have 2 bars and you use this ability, you have more options though. You can jump in heavy and continue a light string. You can just jump and do a light string, so jump and just do this. And that's pretty much it. Other things I like to do is jump and hold light, get them in the air, get meter. A lot of people don't do this because it gives the enemy meter too, but I'm just very confident in my ability to win air battles, so I do this a lot. Alright, the only thing you need to really know about his ultimate is that it doesn't go too far. The range did increase a couple patches ago, which is nice. And the next thing is it connects with the instant transmission on the ground. Make sure you wait a second before using it, because if you do it too soon, you will dash like this and you'll hit him and you'll waste your chance. So make sure you practice the timing on the instant transmission and ult after it, because it does connect. Alright guys, some things to know about his light string is on his 3rd light, it's a little dangerous to go into a heavy string. What I mean by this is if I do 3 lights and try and do a heavy string, it can drop like that. Now, it's pretty random. I thought it was because I was delaying the heavy a little bit, but that's not really the case. I am spamming it right there. See right there, it worked, and I did the exact same timing as I did before. So I don't know what it is. You know, characters like Sanji have this too. Deku and Asta have this also. It's just part of their kit and the characters they play against. So Goku is one of these characters. So just be aware. Try your best not to just do 3 heavies into, or sorry, 3 lights into heavies. I'd go 2 lights into heavies or anything past 3 lights. Just one little thing about his heavy string, I don't think a lot of people will ever do this, but if you start something off with a heavy, or I don't know, maybe you're just using a heavy, your first heavy does go pretty far. However, if you're too far, your second heavy won't connect. I wasn't far enough right there, so if I use it right here, let's see if I can get the distance right. That's definitely not right. There we go, I got the distance right finally. Like I said, not really gonna happen. But if you manage to land the first heavy, just be very careful. You might not land the second heavy depending on where you are. Not such a big deal. Very rare instance this is gonna happen, but you know, just thought it might be good to know. Alright guys, for his stage transitions, you can do it on the 3rd light, the 4th light, and the 5th light. Alright guys, for his grab string, the best time to grab is probably the 2nd or 3rd light. They're just the fastest animations out of the rest of the lights. You can grab after the 4th, 5th, and 6th light, but clearly 2 and 3 are definitely faster, 2 being the fastest, so your go-to is definitely the 2nd light. Alright guys, I'm going to add something a little new to the guide I didn't do in the last 2, and this is pretty basic. It's just pretty much when's the best time to guard break, and I'm going to call these guard break strings. Now, Sabo and most other characters, the best time to guard break are usually on the 1st or 2nd light, and that's the case with Sabo. So, if I'm doing 1 light and I do a charged up tilt, as you can see, very fast. It looks very fluid with the animation of the light string. Same with the down tilt. So really what you're looking for when you're doing these with whoever you want to main is if it's just fluent with the animation. Again, 2 lights looks very good with the up tilt. 2 lights looks really good with the down tilt. It can look good with the charged heavy. However, the charged heavy seems very, the animation's very well known, and you should usually do up tilts and down tilts with these. So you guys, like I know, you can do it like on the third and fourth, but as you can see, it looks pretty choppy if I try and do it on the third. So first and second are your friends, try to do it on those. Alright guys, we're about to get into some of the advanced stuff you can do with Sabo. Now I will warn you, there's not much. There's a few little tricks you can do here and there, but Sabo's just not that technical of a character. You know, there's not a lot about him that, you know, we can do. So unless I haven't found anything, but I've been playing around with him for a lot the past few days and I can't find much. So I'm gonna show you what I got, and if you know something about him, definitely leave that in the comments. I will definitely pin that, make sure everyone knows that. However guys, this guide might be pretty short because I'm not finding much with them, but here we go. They're pretty cool though, I will tell you that. It's definitely made me see Sabo in a new light, and if people fall for it, it's pretty nice. Alright guys, one of the things that we can do with Sabo is something I don't really highly recommend, but it's worked in my quick play matches, which means it should work in yours. Now remember when I said that you can actually miss the first heavy after 3 lights? Well, we're going to purposely do that by delaying our heavies. So what I mean by delaying is just holding the heavy button a little longer than normal, not fully charged, not just pressing it, just a little bit longer, and it's going to work for us. So guys, after delaying the heavy, it should look something like this, where they stand up right in front of you. As you can see, the health resets, and we kind of are staring him in the face. So we have some options here. So what I like to do most of the time is do 3 lights, delay it, and go into a charged up tilt. Now, you can go into a little combo here or something, but most of the time, they're guarding or they might try and sidestep. Now guys, the most common things for players to do is to sidestep or to guard, and that's really what they always do. I hardly get backsteppers or people that are mashing a square. Sometimes they might be, just because they're trying to get that high-speed counter, but it's very rare. So, most of the time against guarders, it's going to look something like this, where you do 3 lights, delay it, and you do a charge, and you're going to break their guard, you know? And you could get a whole combo here, do whatever you want, right? If they try and sidestep, obviously I can't show it here. Most of the time the up tilt should catch them, but if you're worried about them sidestepping, go with the down tilt. Down tilts are especially good at catching the sidesteps, especially since we land right in front of each other. The sidestep will definitely catch them, and then you can jump and do the heavy, and, you know, do whatever you need to do. Alright guys, now this is pretty much the same thing, however it works a lot better and the guard breaks are a lot faster. Now, this is going to be part of the Vanish string, and I will tell you right now, Sabo's Vanish string is not that good. Usually, you do it after 3 heavies and you dash. It's just, you know, Sabo does not dash that far with his Vanish, so it doesn't really work. I mean, we can try and Vanish forward, however, it's not going to catch, and because we're way too early. And even if we try and delay the dash, it just doesn't connect. So what we're going to do instead is do 2 heavies into a Vanish, dash, and look, the same thing happens right in front of us, health resets. However, I don't know what it's called, the invincibility frames for whiting out, the ability to white out is not gone. They can still white out in this kind of thing if we continue the combo. So here, I guess the best thing to do is, like, I can continue this with heavies and constantly just keep doing this, but they will white out right there, right? Alright guys, however, that's not what we're going to be doing, right? We're not going to just be constantly doing this like Dragon Shiryu, because they can definitely get out of this. It's not like Dragon where it's constant pressure. So what we're really going to be doing is the same thing, where we, after this dash, we hold heavy or any type of guard break to try and guard break them, because most of the time they will guard break or try and sidestep. Now, I will tell you, it's a little difficult to land the up tilts and down tilts on these. The up tilt is a lot faster. I think it's probably going to be easier to show you if they're guarding, not just hitting you. The up tilt is the fastest, but you have to kind of wait a second before you actually use it. If I try and Vanish and do this in up tilt, it actually does the light charge guard break, which is not good. It's really slow. Yes, you can instant transmission, but it's not what we want. So after you Vanish, you have to wait just a little bit longer, just like a tiny second, and then go into a up tilt or down tilt. Alright guys, that's honestly all I could find, so we're gonna get into some combos. I'm really sorry, I did look for a lot, but most of the flashiness from advanced stuff usually comes from abilities and Sabo's abilities are very straightforward, and there's not much you can do with them. So, sorry if you were expecting a lot more, but this does improve a lot of Sabo's combos. I honestly could not find a good combo that goes over 65% with them, but now we do thanks to this little Vanish string. Alright guys, before we get into the combos, I did mess up one thing in the very beginning. Sabo's Dragon Breath actually does connect from the first heavy. However, you do need to time it, so you need to delay it a little bit. Hold up. And it can land right there. It's a little difficult. Yes, you can do it. But as you can see right here, if I'm running and doing it... Okay, nope, I guess that was just me being stupid. If I press it too early, it will do the damage, but it won't do the full connection. So you gotta wait a second. It'll catch them on the very edge there. But if we're going for, you know, always landing, definitely do the second heavy. So guys, Sabo's basic combo is gonna look like something like this. You know, just doing whatever lights into 2 heavies, Dragon's Breath, and you can go on a Dragon Claw, and an assist that usually catches them. I use Kaguya because it holds them in place for a very long time, and you can do something like that, you know? Roughly around 45%, pretty decent, but that was 4 bars. You don't need to add the Flame Fist after. You can keep it 3 bars, but there you go. Alright guys, now I'm going to show you how to turn that kind of puny 45% combo into a pretty nice, you know, Team Awakening combo. Now, I will tell you, Sabo does not have a instant transmission Team Awakening. One, if you have assists out, he gets blocked by that assist. You know, that could just be Gara, but it doesn't connect regardless. And you can't Team Awakening on the ground, so if you're thinking you can ult just because you can connect it here, you can't Team Awakening. So, this is what we're going to do. So, same thing, 2 heavies and 2 Dragon's Breath. Dragon Claw, Kaguya, you're going to dash up. We're going to do 2 heavies. We're going to do our string here. Fully charged, heavy, Team Awakening, Dragon's Breath, Kaguya, and ult. Now this ain't the 100% that you probably clicked on this video for. Don't worry, it's coming. Kaguya should catch him right here. If it doesn't, it's not the biggest deal. We can actually walk up, do a couple more lights if we need to. I mean, I guess that is 100%, but no way someone's going to let you hit you that much after that combo right there. If you're not hitting them, it generally does probably around 80 to 90%. Actually, wait, let me see real fast. Yeah, if you don't do the lights, that's way more than I thought. That's around 90%, probably 93%. So really good combo, Team Awakening. Now I'm going to show you what to do if they're guarding instead of just taking that hit when we do our little Vanish string. Now, just to tell you guys, you can start the combo off with like 2 lights into this. If you do any more lights, I'd be very careful. It can cause them to white out on the Vanish string. They will white out right here. For this instance, if you do 2 lights into the 2 heavies, it won't. Especially if you just do 2 lights into 1 heavy into the timed right here, because this still works. It's just a lot easier to land the second heavy. I'm just more comfortable doing it. So, just a little tip there, guys. Alright guys, let me go ahead and show you what happens when you do the combo on a guarding opponent. Now, I did start off with 2 lights just to make it a little more real for you guys. Dash up, 2 heavies, Vanish string, and they guard. Now, it might seem good because they guard. Now we broke their guard and we get a full combo. However, if we do this, we can't follow up. Our assist hasn't come back in time. We have no meter to do Dragon Claw. We can jump and do lights or hit him with a heavy, but if we hit him with a heavy and we try and do any lights after, they'll white out. So my recommendation right there, guys, is to maybe go for a second reset. Maybe do the Vanish string again and see what happens. If they guard again, then hey, we get another full combo and we're probably very close to killing them. And hey, go for it again. Who knows? They're probably going to be conditioned to it and they'll probably understand what they're doing wrong. But hey, if they don't, free damage for us. Now, if you do want a Team Awakening during the reset, you can. However, you do need to do something different. Instead of using Dragon's Breath right when you Team Awakening, you need to do 3 lights. So what I mean by this is, if I try and use Team Awakening right here and Dragon Breath, he can actually guard. So what you need to do, I'm not going to do the full combo here, obviously, it's way too long. So what you need to do is when you do the Vanish string and you break their guard, Team Awakening, you need to do 3 lights, then Dragon's Breath, Kaguya, and ult. Now, This does roughly do the same damage. It does a little less damage because of the 3 lights you add. It does reduce the damage. However, it's still around 89 to 92%. And if Kaguya catches them, you could probably get a lot more. Now guys, for just the quick second, let's go back to when they're not guarding. If you don't... So what I've been doing is I've been guard breaking with the charged heavy, right? And that's pretty good, because if they don't block, I can land Dragon's Breath right here. Now what happens though if I try and awaken with the up tilt? Look, he's too far, we can't land Dragon's Breath. The thing I'd recommend you doing, up tilt, dash up, Dragon Breath. You can still call Kagi in and ult, and this still hits. Now guys, I highly recommend, actually I'm just gonna say don't do it. Do not guard break when down tilt when doing this Vanish string, only because when you team awakening, you cannot land it. That wasn't a down tilt, by the way, that's a down tilt. When you team awakening, you cannot land it. But Stray, I'm doing it in training. Look, I down tilted. My assists are hitting. I landed Dragon's Breath and I'm ulting, right? It's all going well. No, it doesn't work. Why? Because when you're doing this and you call Kaguya in right here, because I used my assists, if I try and team awakening, I will not have any assists. And look, he's way too far for me to do anything. I can't catch up to him. I can't jump and hit heavy. It doesn't work like that. And I've most likely wasted my ult. I can't break his guard. So, moral of the story, do not down tilt when doing this. Do not charge down tilt trying to break their guard when doing this. Up tilt and charged heavy are your best friends. Charged heavy is probably the best one to go for. Alright guys, before I show you the 100% combo, as you saw before, you can 100% with the Team Awakening combos. And I actually recommend you doing it with the Team Awakening combos more than this one, the one I'm about to show you, because the one I'm about to show you is way harder. One, you need to start it with 2 heavies, and 2, you know, you have to have a pretty decent size awakening bar for it because Sabo combos are pretty long. So, like I said, you do have to start with 2 heavies. You have the Dragon Claw right here. Same thing, right? Everything's pretty much the same. Vanish String. And now we gotta hit him with 2 more heavies. So that's the hard part, guys. When we do the reset, we have to rely on them not taking the hit, right? So there's 100% health reset, 100%. So the thing is, though, we gotta rely on them not moving or guarding on the second one or escaping, right? So yes, you can do the, you know, just completely guard break them or hit them right there, and it'll work. It's just, you know, it's preference. I mean, I'll show you, I guess. Let's do it. Let's do one of the charged ones. Because we don't have, let's say I hit him, I can land Dragon Breath here. I only did 1 heavy though, so I don't know if it's going to be 100%. Yeah, so because I didn't do that second heavy, it's not 100%. So that's just what I mean. It's just technicality. So guys, highly recommend doing the Team Awakening ones. They're a lot easier, give you a lot more options to play with. And you can do them when you're only at half Awakening bar, you know? You don't need this long full Awakening bar to do this. Also guys, if you're in the air with the opponent, you know, I call Kaguya just like I call Goku usually. Catch him's right there. You can use Dragon Claw, you can do whatever, just do that. Just a quick little tip before the end of the guide real fast. So guys, that is actually the end of the Sabo guide. Please, I hope you enjoyed. Sabo was very hard to find this stuff out with. I tried my best to find a lot of stuff you could do with him, and I bet there's like 1 or 2 things out there that someone out there maining Sabo probably has, and I just couldn't figure it out. So maybe with an assist, a Team Awakening, or something. I don't know. I guess I should also say I did forget to do this. I'm forgetting a lot this episode. When you do the Dragon's Breath and call Kaguya, practice the timing on when to ult and call Kaguya. Because sometimes you can miss Kaguya landing the Kaguya won't land after the ult. So just practice that time, that's all I'm trying to say. Alright guys, that is pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I do have one question for you guys. If you would rather see gameplay of me showcasing all the stuff I teach you in the guides, please let me know. Otherwise, tell me if you want to see it in my best combo video. So tomorrow I'm going to upload probably that Sabo combo video, and I'll have the gameplay of pretty much everything I do in the guide, just showcasing it in quick play or maybe ranked on my Smurf. So let me know if you'd rather just see the gameplay in the guide or in the best combo videos. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you later.